You again? What? You want to tell me a joke? Warren, listen, I got the audience waiting. You better make it fast. What's the difference between crypto day traders and government bonds? I don't know. Tell me. Government bonds pay income and eventually mature. That's a good one. Listen, I got to go. Tell Charlie I said hi and lay off the Dairy Queen. Sorry about that unexpected call. You didn't think I was actually going to turn that one down. Coming up on today's ETF Battles, it's a dividend income triple header between Schwab, JPMorgan, and Global X. This is going to be good. It's another audience-requested contest. Stick around. Welcome to ETF Battles. I'm Ron DeLegge. The most heavily watched episodes from Season 2 of ETF Battles are the dividend-focused matchups. I guess the prevailing attitude is, never mind your capital appreciation, you can keep that. Show me the money, pay me my income right now. That's pretty much dividend investing in a nutshell. And today's triple header was sent to us by Mr. Spacely and Jigsaw 2045. So we combined their battle requests and turned it into a triple header between these three ETFs: JEPI from JPMorgan, SCHD from Charles Schwab, and XYLD from Global X. So congratulations to Mr. Spacely and Jigsaw. You both win an ETF Battles shirt. That's what happens when you have an ETF battle that we choose. So be sure to hit the comment section to claim your prize. Also, if you've got a certain ETF battle matchup that you'd like to see, post it on our Twitter feed at ETF Guide or in the comments section below. Judging today's dividend bout is Jessica Ferringer at ETF.com and John Davi with Astoria Portfolio Advisors. Judges, it's great to have you back.
Great to be here, Ron.
Yeah, great to be here, Ron.
So we've got our four battle categories: cost, exposure, strategy, and then we've got our performance and yield combined, and then the mystery battle category where our judges can pick that one factor or multiple factors that they feel are material to today's showdown. And who knows, that mystery battle category could end up deciding which of these ETFs prevail. We're going to begin with the first category. Let's start with Jessica. You've got 30 seconds. Get us started.
Hey, so SCHD is significantly cheaper in price than the other two. It's only 6 basis points versus 35 for JEPI and 60 for XYLD. Now, given those strategies, I don't think those expense ratios are out of line. They are a little more complex, but SCHD is just so much cheaper than the other two that it has to be my winner for this category.
Thank you, Jessica. That's a strong start. John, how do you see it when it comes to these three ETFs in the cost battle?
So I completely agree with Jessica. SCHD is a lot cheaper, so SCHD is the winner on cost for sure.
Thank you very much. That takes us to the next category, which is exposure strategy. So, John, you're up. Break it down for us.
There's a couple of different things to point out. SCHD is dividend-paying stocks. There's a heavy allocation towards financials, which represent about 22% of the ETF, and then you got technology, which represents about 21%. So good old-fashioned dividend-paying stocks. JEPI does call overriding, and they run like a stock selection program. I think there's a pretty successful mutual fund that the portfolio manager runs. This ETF also runs it in a mutual fund. So it's been a big winner in terms of flows. I like what JEPI is doing from an exposure standpoint. XYLD is just purely overriding the S&P 500. It's based on the well-known SIBO, coal overriding index. So I think for me, JEPI does a little bit more of like the hot sauce, which Eric Balchunas talks about. It does a little bit more active management on the stock selection program, and then they write calls against it. So for me, the battle exposure winner is JEPI in this category.
Thank you, John. That takes us next to Jessica.
Yeah, so John gave a really good overview of those three strategies and how they're different. But out of these three, I would have to say that SCHD is my personal favorite. Writing the call options is good for generating that income component, but it also comes with giving up some upside potential. And you don't even get a lot of downside protection beyond the premium that you're receiving for having those options. So As far as SCHD, I do like the focus on companies that have a 10-year history of paying dividends. That means you're getting access to quality stocks with solid fundamentals. So SCHD is my winner for exposure strategy.
Very good. Well, that takes us next to performance and yield. And we've got these two categories combined. And of course, for this battle, this is a dividend focused one, so we got to talk about yield. So Jessica, you're still up. Give us your analysis.
Yeah, so performance is where you really start to see the impact of writing the call that I was just talking about, the drag it has on the upside for these types of strategies. So I decided to look at performance since late August of 2020. This is when XYLD began tracking the SIBO S&P 500 buy right index, so it's kind of the common inception point for these strategies. Since that time frame, SCHD is up 43%, and this is relative to 26% for XYLD and 28% for JEPI. Now, if we look at yield, that is going to be higher for JEPI and XYLD. It's about 7% for JEPI and 8% for XYLD. And this is compared to 3% for SCHD. But in spite of those higher yields, I believe investors need to focus on total return. So personally, I would take the 3% from SCHD and still have that upside potential.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jessica. John, you're up next. Who wins the ETF battle in your view when it comes to performance and yield?
I agree with Jessica. SCHD has a better performance on a 1-year basis, 3-year, 5-year. It's the only one that has a 10-year track record. So, consistent outperformance on longer-term metrics. And I do agree that you have to think about total return and not just fall into the trap that, you're going to get a big coupon. Which, yes, JEPI and XYLD will give you 7 to 9% yield, but your total return is going to suffer. So for me, SCHD wins that category.
Next up is our mystery battle category. This is where our judges get to surprise us with their specific factor or maybe multiple factors to make their arguments. So, John, what is your mystery battle category and who wins it?
Well, I like to look at flows because that'll tell you something in and of itself, which is that what does the market think of these products? And SCHD has won year-to-date flows. It's taken in about $11 billion. JEPI has taken in almost $5 billion, which is, really, really impressive for a relatively new fund. But like I said, I think they have a pretty successful mutual fund that, is either a complement or mirrors what the ETF is doing. But, my mystery category winner is SCHD just because it's, $11 billion of inflows is, a substantial amount.
Thank you, John. I've got you down for SCHD. Jessica, we shift to you. What is your mystery battle category and who wins it?
Yeah, so flows and overall assets was also, my mystery category. I do think that JEPI's success is pretty impressive when you consider the fund's only 1.5 years old. It's already a $5 billion fund. By anyone's measure, that is pretty successful. But SCHD is a $31 billion fund. And, like John said, it's had almost $11 billion in inflows this year. That's just where the money is going. And so, that's my winner for the mystery category.
Excellent. Now we've moved to the part of the show where our judges get to give us their overall battle winner. So, Jessica, give it to us.
So you can probably guess that my overall winner is SCHD. I do think XYLD and JEPI are interesting strategies. I'm just honestly not a big fan of covered call strategies, especially in the market environment that we've been in. Limiting that upside potential by writing that call has been pretty costly. So yes, the yields are higher on JEPI and XYLD, but I do think that total return is more important. And, keeping that in mind, SCHD is my overall winner.
Thank you, Jessica. John, your last opportunity to give us your overall battle winner.
For me, Ron, I've been part of your show now for the first 2 seasons. I'm very appreciative of that, obviously. I like to eventually call my winners like funds that we would actually use at Astoria Portfolio Advisors. So we manage money. We have a range of solutions that we manage for other financial advisors. And we don't have any call override ETFs in any of our models. And we've got a range of services and products that we offer. So SCHD, I think, has better performance. It's something that I would use. We don't happen to use that one product, but we do have dividend paying ETFs in our strategy. So I'm going to side with Jessica, and I agree with everything she said. You want to think about total return, you clipping it up the upside, and, we're in this like bull market for stocks. So I like SCHD for all those reasons, and it's something that we would at Astoria Portfolio Advisors actually use. So I'm going to be partial to it.
Well, thank you, judges, for your timely analysis. And according to my battle scorecard, today's winner is SCHD from Charles Schwab. And it was almost a clean sweep for this fund. The only category where JEPI got a vote or a nod was exposure strategy. That was John's choice in that category. But the rest, both of our judges agreed in terms of cost, in terms of performance and yield, mystery, and overall battle winner. And I was shocked, too. I got to say, XYLD didn't get any support at all from our judges. And so that was an interesting twist in today's battle. But again, if you're looking for dividend income, I think what we've provided here on today's program will give you, at the very least, a good start for further research. And again, judges, great job at helping us break it down. Thank you so much, Jessica and John.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Jessica.
Well, that does it for this round of ETF Battles. Also, I want to thank Mr. Spacely and Jigsaw for their recommended battle, which we focused on today. So congratulations to both of you. If you'd like to see a certain ETF battle matchup, you can do that in the comment section below. Give us your ETF ticker symbols. You can also hit us up on our Twitter feed at ETF Guide. And of course, post your comments, post your thoughts about today's battle. Love to hear from our audience. And be sure to subscribe to ETF Guide TV. We appreciate all of our loyal viewers. I'm Ron DeLegge with ETF Guide. We'll catch you next time.